What's going on, guys? It's Dylan, and I'm back again with my weekly comic book pickups. Now, today is New Comic Book Day, and if you're new to my channel, this is basically where I just show you what I picked up from my local comic book shop, and I tell you a little bit about what I thought about it, with trying, as always, not to give away spoilers. Sometimes I get a little excited about some books, but I'm going to just start off. Usually I start off with my pick of the week, but I want to just start off with these two books that were just variant covers that I finally got in from a couple weeks ago that I didn't get in. So I got the Undiscovered Country variant by Jock, and then I got the Kyle Hotz Morbius variant. Really happy to get these and add them to my collection. So now I actually got the A and B cover for this, so really happy about that. But now I want to get into my pick of the week, and this week was so hard because there was a lot of great books this week, a lot. I had to pick and choose between a couple titles that I was not sure if I should pick up or not, and this one was not one of those, but this was amazing and it blew my socks back. And then now that I think about it, I believe the last issue was also my pick of the week, but this was a great issue. Beautiful cover, beautiful artwork. Jason Aaron, this was his week. I'd say he had 3 books come out, so man, this was probably his best one, and I really liked it. I had a lot of fun with that. If you're reading Conan, you already know, and be looking forward to that because that was really fun. Another one that was close, though, to be my pick of the week, Marauders Issue 2. Had a lot of fun with this. Really cool and savage, and I just love the dynamic between the White Queen and the Black King. That was just a lot of fun. Check out my review for both Marauders Issue 2 and Excalibur. Speaking of Excalibur, Issue 2, fantastic. Thought it was a lot better than the first issue. Had a lot of fun with it, and I think it picked up quite nicely where the first issue left off. And like I said, I enjoyed it a lot more than the first. I thought it picked up a lot more, and the artwork was incredible. Next, one of my most anticipated, Absolute Carnage, Issue 5. Now, this, only reason it didn't make the, pick of the week, it definitely was up there, no doubt. Ended really nicely. Actually, I'd say it was like a perfect ending. But obviously, this is not a definitive ending. We get issue 20 of Venom that's going to continue on this storyline. So we get more coming. So it is not over. We got Venom coming in 2 weeks, baby. So I am super pumped. And yeah, if you guys are waiting for the trade on this, you better make sure you pick up issue 20 of Venom then, because that's in 2 weeks. But yeah, Donny Cates, hats off to you, brother, because that story, whew, amazing, man. Can't say enough about it. Actually, Amazing Spider-Man issue 34 is next. 2099's tie-in. I'd probably say you could read this first, and then if anything, you can read the 2099 Alpha, because in the back of this it said that this storyline continued into 2099. So technically, I'd say you can read this first and then read this. This I really enjoyed. This was really good. This kind of started off a little slow, but it really started picking up. Don't know how. I'm not going to talk too much about this, but it was good, and I look forward to not going to be picking up all of the same, like the one-shots that are coming out, but this really just felt like kind of just getting you ready for all those one-shots to come. It kind of dices in like each one of those characters that's to come, like Conan 2099, Punisher, Miguel, obviously, and Doctor Doom. All of them kind of cameo in this, and it kind of gets you ready for what's to come. And for a couple of the characters, I'm really excited to see their one-shots. So yeah, I can't wait for that, and I'm excited to see what Nick Spencer does with this, because the Nuevo New York in this, wow, that was fantastic. Next, like I said, it was Jason Aaron's week. King Thor, issue 4. Only one more to go until, Jason Aaron's run of Thor is completely over, and then Donny Cates will be taking the reins. man, so sad to see him go, but this issue was fantastic. As always, he does such a great job writing Thor, and I had a lot of fun with this. And this issue, wow, you think it's going one way, and then man, it takes a quick turn. And I had so much fun; it had me on the edge of my seat. Highly recommend this one. That was honestly, that might be the best issue so far out of the out of the three that have come. That issue was really good. Another Jason Aaron, The Avengers 26. This issue mainly, if you see the logo, I don't know much about this character, but Starbrand, I believe was the name. It kind of is like a, one of those million BC origin stories of Starbrand. I enjoy these like BC origin stories that Jason Aaron has been doing, and I look forward to see where this goes in the storyline. Yeah, that was. I always like those like million BC origin stories. Those are really fun. Next we got the Immortal Hulk issue 27. As always, Alex Ross slaying it on this cover. This issue had me a bit confused in the beginning. It definitely picked up throughout it. This is a series I just gotta completely reread because we're on issue 27, but I know a lot of people were confused on issue 25. Issue 26 picked up a lot for me. This issue was kind of a little bit yeah, like a little bit jarring, but I ended up liking it, and I thought it was fun. Next, we got another beautiful Alex Ross cover, issue 16 of Captain America. This run, I honestly have always been saying that I've been picking it up just for these Alex Ross covers. I still always read the book, but I'm not gonna lie, the series is finally picking up, and at issue 16, I'm actually excited to see where this storyline's gonna go. And we get a U.S. agent appearance, so that was really cool. And I think Steve Rogers is I really liked him in this. I thought it was a really cool issue. Next, we're on to some more independent titles. This one coming from IDW, Kanto issue 6. Now this is wrapping up the first Kanto series. This is the only thing I'm gonna say. Not really spoilers, but if you read this, you know that now in the back we get solicits for Series 2, baby. 2020, Kanto Series 2 coming out. So I am so pumped. I was hoping that this series was going to continue. I absolutely love this story, Kanto. I love the character. And Drew Zucker, I believe, is the one who did the artwork. Or his son, who was it? Drew Zucker, yeah, and David Boer. But Drew Zucker is the artist. He does all the arts. Wow, he did. Oh my God, this is a character that him and Zucker and Boer created on their own. Man, he did so phenomenal. This story I don't feel like works as well without Zucker's amazing art. Fantastic, for real. Next, we got Boom Studios, Something is Killing the Children, issue 3 by James Tynion the fourth. Fantastic issue as always. This series has been really, really good. Me being a horror fan, I've just had so much fun with this. We finally get to know the girl, the Monster Hunter girl, a little bit more, but not gonna say anything else. But this was just a fantastic issue. I had a lot of fun with that. The Mask, coming out of Dark Horse. The Mask, I pledge allegiance to The Mask. Issue 2 out of 4, I believe. I believe this is only 4 issues. This was a really dark story. It was a little slow at times, but I still had fun with it. And it might have just been I read so many books. But either way, this was a great issue, and I'm really interested to see where they're gonna take this because they're going real dark. And man, oh my God, at times it was a bit slow. But once it got to the Mask and he's sitting here on TV, oh my God, you have to read it. He's talking about doing some crazy things if he became president. Oh my God, that page is worth buying just to read how hilarious like everything he's gonna do when he becomes president. Oh my god, that was just crazy. Next, always grabbing those dollar comics or those dollar true believers. Lex Luthor, Brian Azrael story, and Lieber Mail. Fan of the Joker, fan of the Batman Damned. Never read this, so I'm glad I can finally, check this out. Next, we're on to DC, and we got an issue 1, I believe 106, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I thought this issue was a little jarring. It's definitely like He-Man kind of meets like Infinite Crisis Earths in a way, where like He-Man meets the DC universe, and now like He-Man has a crisis of Infinite Earths or something, and but you know what I mean? It was really interesting. It got a little wacky in some parts, but the art was fantastic. I had a lot of fun with it being a He-Man fan, and I cannot wait for the Netflix series to come. And I figured that this would kind of just get me back in the spirit of He-Man. And I think I will probably pick up this whole series, at least give issue 2 a shot and see where that goes, because I did enjoy it. I did. Next, we got Year of the Villain, Teen Titans issue 36. Wow, this was a great issue. Teen Titans, if you're not reading it and you're any type of Titans fan, this is really a great book. I believe Adam Glass and I forget the name, Chang though, is the artist. Every issue is really good. I've actually fallen off. I fell off it once or twice, and every time I've come back to it, I was like, man, every issue was really good. I don't know why I would drop it. It was mainly because I read a lot and pick up a lot on my pull. But man, I've brought this one back, and it's here to stay on my pull, because this is a fantastic and awesome series. What made me come back was Lobo, and dude, it's just been so much fun. The main man don't play no games, and I love it. Dude, it was great issues. Like, honestly, they've been killing it on that book. Next we got a book that is a lot of controversy as always. Batman City of Bane issue 83. The great thing about this is only 2 more issues. This was more of like a poetry letter to Batman from Alfred, I'd say. Another thing I'd say is that what happened to Alfred, like how many issues was that ago? Like 4? At least 4, I'd say. Now Batman has finally, like, all that has collided, and he knows what happened to Alfred. That's all I'm gonna give. It was kind of slow, all that, but it was in a way really touching, and I did enjoy this issue a lot more than the past. But it's still, it's just not hitting that mark, and it's still just kind of weird. I don't know. It's not really the Batman I know. I don't know. But one Batman that I really do like, besides Detective Comics, as you guys know, Batman Superman, the Batman Who Laughs, You're the Villain, beautiful acetate cover. This one's worth just probably opening up. This is just a great story. The Sinister Six is this story arc, and man, this story takes it takes a turn that you don't expect, and man, this story is big for all this Year of the Villain, the Infected, all that stuff that is coming. This story is a big part of all that, and man, I just cannot wait to see where Joshua Williamson takes that. Man, he's been just doing great on that story and The Flash. Next, we got another Year of the Villain, Aquaman, Black Mantas issue 54. Now, I was a little skeptical about this because I did not really care for this Mecha Manta thing. But wow, Kelly Sue DeConnick did a great job of bringing all of that to full circle, because I thought maybe DC was kind of forcing her to do this for like the Year of the Villain storyline. Man, she really wrapped this story around and turned it into a big thing that I love, like that I really can get on board with. This story arc that she's been doing, or her storyline that she's been doing with Aquaman. She's brought back like the sea monsters and just awesome stuff like that I really get into with Aquaman, instead of just all that god type stuff that, you know. This was just so much fun, and Mecha Manta, it looks like he's gonna have a photo fight in the next issue, and man, I could not be more excited for this issue, and I'm so glad I didn't pass up on this. If you were on the fence because you haven't been enjoying the Mecha Manta stuff, I think this will bring you full circle and change your mind, because it really changed my mind, and I'm gonna say it, you know what I'm saying? I was wrong. And Kelly Sue DeConnick did a great job on making like something on an idea that I did not like, and that was like, it's just kind of dumb. She really made me excited for the next issue. Last but definitely not least, we got Justice League, Another Year of the Villain. Actually, this one, Hostile Takeover. So maybe that's the first one. I don't know. I don't pick up all the DC books, but Justice League issue 36. This is like Scott Snyder's Endgame for DC. This story, wow, it takes a couple turns that I did not expect, and oh my god, it was just such a great week in comics. I think this week killed last week. There was a lot of okay books last week. This week was just filled with phenomenal books, and I just had so much fun. I blew through the books, and I had a huge week. It was a big week, like I said. This story, I cannot wait to see where this is gonna go and how it's gonna wrap up. As you know, Scott Snyder, I believe, is only on this for 3 more issues. I believe it's only 3. I believe he ends at 39. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments down below if I am. But man, this was a great issue. So much fun. If you haven't been reading, definitely pick this up in the trade so you can catch up and know what's going on, because this is Scott Snyder's Endgame. This is Justice League's Endgame. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stakes that this story is at, like Marvel's Endgame. So that's the only way I can kind of reference it. But what a great week in comic books. Like I said, it was a great new comic book day. As always, it's like Christmas. Let me know, guys, in the comments what you picked up. If there was anything maybe I missed. I know I missed that Von Freeze. My comic shop didn't have it. I actually wanted to grab it last minute, but haven't been reading White Knight, so I passed on it. But I was looking, but they didn't have it. So, like I said, if you guys can hit that like button on your way out, hit the subscribe, and be on the lookout for new content coming every day. Peace out, guys.